Hey superstar, it's Gavin Speaks. It's time to ditch the matrix and your pothead friends. Yes, it's time to let go of a ton of stuff because things are about to get crazy in this reality, and as a chosen one, your life is about to completely transform, especially if you follow and hear and understand what I'm about to share with you in a moment. So the universe is perfection. Mother Nature is perfection. We are just out of tune. We are out of alignment. We are functioning from ego. And many years ago, about 3 years ago, I took ayahuasca. And ayahuasca taught me some really powerful things I'm going to share with you that will radically change your perspective. So I don't know if you've ever done ayahuasca or any type of plant medicine or psychedelic before. And maybe you've done shrooms. What psychedelic have you done? Comment that below and let others know how powerful it really is and how it opens your mind and you begin to realize the power in our reality, and we are more than this human flesh being. So I took the ayahuasca many years ago, and one of the things that it taught me, what I asked for and what I requested, is to learn the universal laws. I wanted to learn from Mother Nature how the universal laws work. I wanted to learn about life more in general and how to create, and so that I can help and support others manifest. And one of the things that it taught me, really powerful, is that the universe is perfection. We are just out of tune. And it showed me over and over and over and over again things that were going to happen before I saw it with my own eyes. All right, so it would say to me, it would communicate with me. By the way, there's a dialogue with the ayahuasca. You can actually speak to it and it will speak back, kind of thing. Depending on the person, I'm very auditory learner, kinesthetic learner, and it was communicating with me and saying, hey, it's going to lightning in the next few seconds. And guess what? It would lightning. All right? It would say, hey, that woman over there, that woman over there, she's going to sit up in a moment. She was lying down and she sat up. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And so it kept on showing me over and over and over again things that were going to happen before they happened. And so what it was showing me and what it was demonstrating to me is that there's a perfection to the universe. It even told me to go outside and lay on some grass. And I looked at the grass. I was laying flat on the grass, just looking at the grass. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I was looking at the grass, staring at it and seeing all the intelligence that's within this grass. I might sound a little bit high right now, but I was high at the time, right? I was high on ayahuasca. And I realized just the power alone and the intelligence alone in grass. And don't worry, I'm going to get to the point about pothead friends and leaving the matrix, because it's so important for you to understand this first. Okay? Mother Nature is absent of matrix. Matrix is the ego construct. Matrix is the concrete jungle. Matrix is fake confidence, bravado. Matrix is, you know, I need to go to school, get a 9-to-5 job, have kids, get married and retire. The system that they have created based on the ego construct that we're all following like sheep. And Mother Nature is not teaching any of this, right? We as human beings are moving more and more away from our true selves and who we truly are. And now they're creating the metaverse. They're creating their own universe that we are now going to plug ourselves into and get even more disconnected from who we truly are. And so the more that they manipulate reality, the more that they add more things to reality, making you move away from yourself, the more you want to go inward and get back to nature. So the mother ayahuasca was teaching me that the universe is perfection. We are just out of tune. And oftentimes what we'll do as chosen ones is we'll focus our energy on what's going on in the world. Right now in the UK, as I record this video, there's this new variant, you know, of the virus. And, you know, they're thinking about, you know, telling people to put their mask, you have to be very strict with the masks, you know, they're going to lock down certain things or whatever it is, right? They're preparing us for another lockdown potentially. I don't know what's going to happen. But what we got to realize is that's a distraction from following our truth and following what we as humans or lightmans or conscious beings are called to do. And so on my live call last Saturday that I did with my group, my tribe, one of the things that came up is, you know, you need to desire stuff. You need to go after stuff in order to make it happen, right? You're supposed to desire. And I helped this person make the distinction between desire and a calling. All right? Desire is something that is pressed upon us, that is taught to us by the third dimension, right? When you desire something, the energy and vibration that you're implying is that I don't have that. I desire something, I desire a relationship, the relationship will always escape you. I desire for more money, the money will always escape you. I desire says I don't have it. When it comes to universal principles, you got to embody that you already have it. And so what I do is I just go to the kingdom of heaven, because that's where it is, it's within, and I go tap into my heart and realize that I am everything, and so I need nothing, I need to desire anything, right? And now that you stop desiring and you move into calling, right? Someone's calling you, right? Someone's calling you, E.T. go home, right? Someone's calling the universe, God, Allah, Jesus, Krishna, whatever name or label you want to put on it. You are receiving God's path. You are receiving your purpose. You are receiving the abundance that's yours, not the abundance that the universe, the matrix says that you should have. And so we got to look at how the third dimension is consistently training us to be out of tune with reality. Okay, because what reality is, true reality based on love, unconditional love, is within. All right, and so what they want to do is they want to program us through the five senses to be focused on their agenda, becoming more and more inorganic. There's something about these beings that they want you to disconnect from yourself and follow their systems, because that gives them power, that helps them survive, that helps them live longer. Not going to dive too deep into it, but we've got to be willing to go back in yourself and realize that you don't need anything. You don't need to want or need anything. You're already taken care of. That statement alone sounds scary, because now you need to trust in something that you can't even see. Now you need to trust in something that you can't even hear. Now you need to trust in something that you can't even feel necessarily. You might feel it emotionally a little bit because you believe in the universe, you believe in God. But we have been trained to trust something that we can see with our physical eyes, with the matrix eyes, right? Instead of our inner eye or the third eye. We are more likely to trust something that we can see with our eyes and we can actually feel and touch, taste, smell. We are more willing to trust that, another human, a human being, a government, right? The megalomaniac, the banks, right? We're more willing to trust them than we are to trust the Most High, right? Can you see how much they have programmed us to focus on what they want, right? From since school, nursery, stand in line, cross your legs, listen to the teacher, right? And it's all set up for you to learn specific information to fit their agenda, you know, to add to society, which sounds like a good thing, right? To add to society, to make money, to pay taxes, to contribute. You know, it sounds like a good thing, but in actuality is very backwards. Because had you just grown up naturally without all this stuff being pressed upon you, would you be doing what you're doing right now? For a lot of people on the planet, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. Right? I'll be doing something that my heart just melts. I'll be doing something where my heart's just beating, I'm feeling full, I'm feeling alive, I'm feeling fulfilled, I'm feeling joy, I'm feeling freedom, right? And contributing to society in that way from this big heart energy, how is that now going to impact the world, right? How is that going to now change everything? Because you're feeling good every day, Jamie's feeling good every day, Louise is feeling good every day, this person's feeling good every day, that person's feeling good every day, right? Well, majority of the time, right? Nobody's miserable, nobody's stressed as much, nobody's trying to control each other or whatever it is, right? We're just all living from passion, we're all living from love, we're all living from this energy. But that's not what they want, right? They want control, power, manipulation. That's what makes them feel good. And so your pothead friends can be smoking all day, right? But is that serving you? Is that making you feel good? Your friends that want to go out and party, does that make you feel good? Yes or no? Your friends that don't get what's going on the planet right now, is that serving you? Is that disempowering you? Is that empowering you? How do you feel when you're around certain people? Do you feel energy increase or energy deplete, right? What is it that you feel? Who's in your life right now that's bringing you down, and what can you do to change it? What job do you need to get into? What career do you need to get into? What things do you need to change? You see, I would rather work as an Uber driver, having the freedom to just kind of do whatever I want, work whatever hours I want, than working a 9 to 5 that I'm miserable in because it makes a lot of money. I would rather downgrade living in a big house, or, you know, a house that my ego likes, right? I would rather downgrade into something that's more affordable so I can still pay the bills or whatever it is. You got to figure out what's going to bring you joy. You got to figure out how am I going to navigate this reality where I can collect my savings, I can gather savings, right? I can create my security, I can start investing, right? You know, some people that we speak to, you're spending $100, $150 per month just on your phone bill. Just on your phone bill. And the thing is, I know millionaires that don't spend that much on their phone bill. And so we're doing things backwards. Yeah, fair enough, you get the internet and you get to do this and do that, and you get this nice new iPhone or whatever it is. But that's the distraction, that's the matrix. You are tied into the system. Sell that phone. You don't need it, right? Downgrade to a phone that does the basic things that you need to do. You don't need this advanced phone with this 4K megapixel camera and it does this feature, and when you know, it just don't make any sense. That's desire, that's lust, that's the trap, that's the 7 sins, right? Greed, lust. Why are we focused on having things? All right, that's the distraction. Don't mean to put down the movie The Matrix. Sorry, not The Matrix. The movie The Secret. But it taught us to be more disconnected from self. And in fact, they got rid of Esther Hicks, or Abraham Hicks, in that movie. In the original version, Abraham was in the movie. Okay, and she's talking completely differently to all the rest of the speakers. I think Michael Beckwith is very much connected to True Universe. I mean, all of them are, but the premise of this movie, The Secret, It's not like getting back to nature, not getting back to truth. It's about getting things, getting people, getting relationships, getting, taking, consumerism. When really we should be focusing on giving. What can I give? What can I provide? What can I share? What can I contribute? Because as you fall in love with that process of giving, of loving, of being passionate about that thing that you want to do, the money naturally comes. So as long as you set it up strategically to receive it, the money naturally comes. One of my mentors, he's a very, very powerful psychic. And he just focuses on his passion. And as he focuses on his passion, he's like, wow, I can't believe I'm receiving all of this money. He's not even trying to get the money. He's not even focused on the money, but money's coming to him in large amounts. And it's the same with me. You know, I just focus on contributing and giving, and I set up systems in order to receive money. And so we need to figure out how we can get back to our truth. Do that thing that you need to do. 2022 is on the way. Stop making money the issue, right? Stop making security the issue. Because if you continue to do that, you are attached to the matrix. Security and money is our downfall. Also, family and friends is our second downfall. I think our first downfall for a majority of people is money and security. Our second downfall is family and friends, what they will think, and worried about leaving them behind and what they think about you, and I'm gonna miss them and all of this stuff. But you have to be brave enough to choose, what is it that I really want to do? What is my heart's calling? Not what is my desires, what do I want from the 3D, right? And being dopamine entertained and feeling good about having things. No, what is it? What is my calling? What is that purpose? What is that passion? What is that fire inside of me that I want to, you know, just light and just like live life according to truth of the universe? Because the reality is, indirectly, you are still manifesting all these things. It's just coming from a different place, right? So the iPhone, the TV, the car, the home, the money, the abundance, the clients, all of this stuff begins to happen, but it's coming from a place that's in tune, right, with nature. It's a different approach. And so many of us don't realize that we are still attached to the matrix. You need to ditch the matrix and your pothead friends because they're slowing you down. You're ready to fly. I can feel it. You're ready to fly. You're ready to take off. You're fed up of the way the things are working for you. You want a change in your reality, but you keep on doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing, expecting different results. Something big needs to happen. A dramatic big change needs to happen in order for you to get where you want to be. That's why I say create fear-based goals. Goals that you're afraid to do. I asked my group last week, it's actually yesterday, I asked them, what's the one crazy thing that you want to do but you're afraid of what other people think of you? A lot of people said, I'm afraid to make a YouTube video. I want to start a YouTube channel. A lot of people said, hey, I want to go traveling, but I'm afraid to do it. I don't want to leave my friends and family behind. And I'm just like, what? Just do it. Just do it. Do it now. Stop worrying so much about the money. Obviously, you want to be strategic. You know, you want to save up or whatever it is. But the worry begets more worry. The worry repels money. Question you should be asking is, how can I get $5,000 in the next 3 months? That's the question you should be asking. How can I get $10,000 in the next 90 days? The question will lead to the outcome. If you just say, well, I don't have the money right now. I'm not financially stable. You know, my funds are low. Your wish is my command. Instead, how can I get 5K? How can I get 10K in the next 9 months? right? When you say, how can I, your brain's going to start brainstorming. And then it's for you to make your wishes fulfilled. Stop living life like you have time. Stop living life assuming that you're going to survive in the next 7 days, right? Start living life as if you're going to die, all right? And I just want to let you know, I want to preference that statement. It's not a fear-based tactic, it's a tactic of abundance, where I want to live to the fullest before I die, all right? Too much, we often assume that nothing's going to happen to us, and we're living life based on that. You don't want to do that. You want to live life based on, hey, I'm going to die. We're all going to die. What do I need to do right now in order to change my life? So if I ask you, what are you going to do in the next 7 days, right? If you knew you was going to die in the next 7 days, what would you do differently, right? What would you change? Who would you be? Who would you become? A lot of people would do all the things that they said they was going to do, and they would live their life, right? And so in that way, now with that feeling, now go out and do it. Be strategic, plan. How can I? Questions. How can I get the money? How can I do it on a low budget? For a lot of you, you got enough money to, some of you have 3K, 4K, 5K in your savings. If you move to Mexico right now, you can live literally a luxury lifestyle on that savings for a few months. That's a nice little break. Some of you need that to get away. Okay? Stop making excuses. Leave the matrix and your pothead friends behind, okay? All right? And if you want support and help in making that happen, and you want some guidance on manifesting, creating the reality you want, get into a high vibrational frequency, a core vibrational frequency, I invite you to get the free energy reading and diagnosis session in the description. And also, if you need your energy levels boosted up, you want to have lots of energy, your energy is low, I highly recommend Shilajit. All right, there's going to be a link in the description where you can go ahead and get that too. All right, with a discount code. Very, very powerful stuff. It will give you tons of energy to work out, to get your work done, be more productive, sleep better. It's so powerful. Check it out. All right. And all of that's available for you in the description. All right. Check out this video over here, my previous video, and check out my 3-part series on how to raise your vibration correctly. Remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.